Hello, everybody. Welcome to Luxurious Lounge. I'm Michael,
I'm Mark.
and we're so glad to have you guys here. Yes, we are luxurious. If not us, then whom? Yay! How are you doing today, Mark? How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's been an interesting day. Been busy, but got a lot of really great productive things done.
Mhm.
The weekend was great. Last weekend was actually Juneteenth, so it was a great. It was a national holiday here, so a lot of people were off, and it was great. Just resting weekend. How about you? How do you guys celebrate it? You don't celebrate that in Canada,
No, we
right?
don't celebrate Juneteenth here, but it is an amazing holiday. I do my own special way. We also had another special day happen too as well. Remember, it was our best friend Avery's birthday. So
That's
we want to say
right.
happy birthday to Avery Kramer. Avery, we love you so much. Hope you're doing good. We miss you so
Avery,
much.
happy birthday for on the 19th. I want to say hey to you, baby girl.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, she's like one of the OGs of our group. She's very talented, very artistic, and has a really good eye of fashion. So
Yeah.
be
Also,
looking
she had
for that.
her big hands in music for a long time. So if you're a big music head, you're a DJ or a promoter, you know who she is. She had a big hand in doing a lot of things for her and her ex-husband. They created the downtown Defrost here in Edmonton, which a lot of people don't think they even know that. So she's done a lot with music, and she's brought a lot of people together, different genres of music and stuff too. So super shout out to her, and she also was a big part of why Luxurious is so amazing the way it is because she had a big hand in helping us with that as well, cultivating Luxurious, right? So that's really, really good.
Very
Actually.
true.
So it's still Pride Month. Anything going on there in Pride for you guys,
Of
or
course. So actually, it's starting. It's this weekend coming up. So
let's see.
Pride Month stuff this weekend. So this weekend, if you are in town in SF, come down to Midnight Sun. I'll be working there Saturday and Sunday. I'll be on the ones and twos, mixing. Just let you know, please, guys, be safe out there. I know, even though it's Pride Month, everyone's, we're all kind of wanting to have a great time and wanting to have fun and enjoy ourselves. Just remember, it's a lot of people coming from out of town. Just make sure that you are just being cautious out there and also looking out for your friends. Don't drive drunk, and also just look out for people. If you see them kind of, not doing so great, just make sure they're all right. I would say so. And as you guys know too as well, we want to always let you know we always want to hear back from you. So important for you to like, comment, subscribe, share our messages here with us. Again, we are live, so if you message us here, we'll be more than happy to respond back to you while we're live, and we love to hear from you. So Mikey and I love to get an interaction with people, and we love to connect and get ideas flowing. So
And we do respond. We do respond. So as we write, we do definitely respond back to you. So we're going to right into our topics today because we have a lot to cover. Mark, you go first. Tell us what's been going on with your topics for today. What do you got?
sure, okay, sure. So let me pull it up here. I need my camera. My camera's all really.
That's okay.
Like,
So
you want to?
we're live. We're no editor, so you guys
We
so
are
please don't.
live, guys. So yes, I have to make
Yeah.
sure I get our camera straight. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, good. So the first topic I want to go over with, well, I'll just pull it up on the screen here. Okay, we'll pull this first one up here. So I'll share it. Okay, not that definitely. Do you guys see my screen here?
Yeah, it's coming now. There you go.
Can you see my screen?
What's the guy doing his
Okay,
feet?
perfect. So if you guys don't know, there was a I know where I know where that came from. So there was a big controversy with Pride here because with the Giants, Giants, in this here, Giants and sports they go synonymous hand in hand here. We are a huge baseball team in SF, but there was a controversy where the affiliates that work, I'm sorry, the baseball players actually worked. Some of them actually did a silent protest where they got hats that were given from their company to wear that have the pride flag on the sides of them, and people actually, what the players did, some of them covered them up, basically
Oh,
as a in response to just not wanting to support, the sentiment of the month. And it's kind of interesting it being in San Francisco that this actually has happened here. So there's been a big, huge controversy about it. So all of the news, and there's people actually. If you look here, there's been some counter protests. This guy here, no bigots in SF, that they're actually counter protesting, saying, hey, you guys are, it's not necessarily that you have to agree with the choice, but you shouldn't. It's just kind of unfair that you're actually, really not, not just be supporting. people. You don't support, but you don't have to actually not. You don't have to protest against it. They're saying. So, Michael, what do you think about this? What do you think about the whole controversy? Do you think
I
that the players have the right to wear what they want to wear, or what do you think in general
Right,
about
but
this
San
situation?
Francisco is such a place again. I'm the gay mecca or gay like hub for bringing people. I feel like it's ridiculous. I feel like it's not gonna hurt you to have a little tiny flag on the side supporting LGBT community. I feel like it's one thing if it's like saying you believe in or you or it is you, but it's like but you like it's like anything else. It's like sponsoring anything else. I feel like yeah, you're in a city that's predominantly gay. What do you expect like to happen? Like, I feel like if you didn't want that, why are you on that team? Go to another team if you don't care. But other than that, if you do care about how the money you care the money's bringing get to you, you should care about make sure that the community is happy with you, right? So I'm imagining there's a lot of gay support there because San Francisco is is one of the gay places in the United States. So it's very weird to me that they wouldn't just a small flag's not gonna destroy your day. We're not gonna hurt you right at all. Period. Right. I had a
Right.
joke there about making your whole week, but that's funny. There's seen much. But all I'm saying is it doesn't really matter. Right? It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I for me, I think necessarily if you think about it, like for example, there are certain things people don't really support. I think a lot of people who live in the states, there's a lot of different places you go to when we say our national anthem, "One Nation Under God," right? Some people aren't even Christian, but they still say it
It's
because
true.
this is part of the fabric
It's true.
of our country. I think, like I said, that's just because you wear something. I'm not saying that you. I understand you should be able to wear what you want, but however, there's a couple caveats. One is
Yeah.
you're at work, so
Yeah,
you
work.
have to wear
Right.
what your
Right.
work
You're probably a
what your
corporation.
work actually asks
Yeah.
you to wear, right? Right. And I will say that, when it comes to Kaepernick kneeling, that's a bit different because he did a silent protest.
Yeah.
I think it was different. It's a different concept because he wasn't wearing anything. He was just basically just kneeled, right?
Right.
So I think it's different. When it's something, and also when it's something where you're not, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gay specifically.
Right.
It just means
Right.
that you're just supporting
I
people
think
in your city. And
yeah.
I think you're cutting your demographic. Like
Yeah.
everyone who actually wants to go to see baseball. A lot of people
But
are actually
I
gay.
kind of feel like
And that's
would have been the same response if it was for like supporting women and wear pink something for women. I feel like to me,
right or cancer.
it's a corporation to me. Like if you work in a business and you're getting paid money, you work at a corporation, and the corporation is being sponsored or it wants to show respect for other things. You should be fine with that. Like it's like anything else. And I feel like if you have such an extreme stance on that, I feel like maybe you shouldn't. If you're in a sport or if you're in a corporation that sponsors everyone, black, white, Chinese, everybody, black, woman, men, everything, period, and you don't feel like you should be part of the corporation, period. As I feel like you get one part, it's like saying it makes no sense, and it comes across as completely tone deaf, and especially during Pride Month, when 1000% tone deaf, and like we're still trying to get away with that. So to me, it's like if you get respect everybody equally on the same level across the board, then you should be part of the corporation. And that's where I'm at with it.
I totally agree.
I'm gonna let you.
I think
How do you think you fix it?
I think also
I want to
too.
go on to the next topic. We'll talk about next topic.
Okay, one last thing I want to say though. It's funny when it comes to that too as well. It's funny how like certain corporations like me out for an IL joke. Shout out to her, my friend. We talked about she asked me about because it's her first SF Pride coming and she wanted to see how the parade was. But I was like, I don't want to go because Pride's always sponsored by Sir X. But put company here, but I think this is the one time where I think it's something that's a great where they're actually just having you wear something a little small. It's not like a huge thing. I think to me this is kind of a slap in the face to people who actually want to watch it. That's all.
Again, if you're part of a corporation and you don't understand that like you work for a business or business makes money through community and you don't like certain communities, maybe you shouldn't be in that business. This is ridiculous. Like I feel like across the board, if you have issue with and that's with handicap, that's with sexuality, it's with color, race, all the things. It's like you gotta be okay with it because your company is public and it does things in a public setting. You should be okay with everything in a public setting. So going to the next story, my story is about the real craze. You guys heard about the ice bucket challenge, heard about the Simmons challenge, all these crazy challenges. So there's one that's actually quite unaliving if you're not careful. It's called the Benadryl challenge, which is bad. So I'm gonna show a little clip of the Benadryl challenge really fast. You guys take a look at this here. Let's see if that's my screen. Okay, this is called the Benadryl challenge. I'm getting closer than that. We can't. Okay, let me go into the screen closer for you. Okay, let's see. Can't be close to that, but I'll just tell you, it's hard to read, so I'll just read to you what's going on the screen. So basically, the Benadryl challenge is a challenge where people are basically it's a renewed challenge. It's happened before, but now it's going bigger on TikTok and Snapchat. The challenge encourages adolescents to take extreme high doses of diphenhydramine, the active ingredient in Benadryl, and many other over-the-counter allergy medicines. So, in an attempt to induce hallucinations or sense of euphoria, these behaviors are being posted and shared widely, increasingly and likely more in teens who view the challenge as a harmless experiment. So this was covered in a Vice article. When's the last time you guys heard Vice? Remember Vice used to be the long back in the day?
Long time ago.
But yeah. But anyway, teens participating in this challenge commonly consume about 10 to 15 pills at once, far above recommended therapeutic dose. Diphenhydramine overdoses can lead to dangerous heart rhythm disturbances, high body temperatures, extreme confusion, seizures, respiratory failure, coma, and even death. The emergency department across the U.S. continues to report cases of diphenhydramine toxicity linked to social media influences. I warned that this trend is part of a broader pattern of adolescents misusing over-counter medications that they perceive as safe. Let's see. Parents and caregivers can take proactive steps to help protect their children by securing all medications, including over-the-counter allergies for products, sleep aids, and cold medications. Regularly checking for missing pills or unusual packaging or trim pins or backpacks. Monitoring social media activities, especially your kids online a lot, and talk about trends to get them to watch. So start opening non-judgmental conversations. Talk to your kids about over-the-counter use of drugs. Knowing the signs of diphenhydramine overdose, confusion, you get agitation, confusion, slurred speech, rapid heart rate, fever, hallucinations, vomiting, or loss of consciousness, and seek emergency care immediately. If you suspect an overdose, call 911 without delay. So I want to thank, so shout out to the Carolina Country Health Department. That's what this article comes from. It's called the Dangerous Benadryl Challenge. The social media continues to put teens at a serious risk. So if you want to learn more about that, just you can do a quick Google search to the Carolina County Health Department, which gives you this whole entire article, which is a brilliant article. If you're going to do something crazy, make sure don't do this. This is too dangerous. But Mark, what do you think about the Benadryl challenge?
So I know our brother is going through it really fast, but I just want you guys to know, what Michael's saying is absolutely please don't do this. Is dangerous. Like, I think it's funny. We had a show previously about, remember how NyQuil mixed with ibuprofen together and they had this crazy mixture concoction? Like, that was short lived. But I think if you take this, you'll be as same as what we talked about. So I think you want to be careful. I think also, you're right. Monitor this very carefully. Honestly, if you have any questions about something that doesn't seem right like this, I would go to see a physician or talk to a doctor first before you do anything like that. We're definitely not doctors, and people online, they pretend to be. WebMD is not NIH or anything like that. So make sure you actually go to an actual doctor and talk to them about this, because it's dangerous. Don't do this.
Yeah, and again, you suspect any diphenhydramine poisoning or like that, make sure you call your local doctor or call 911 immediately to make sure your kids or whoever's doing this is okay. Okay, there you go.
For sure. Okay. So I'll go to the next story, Mikey. I'm just going to switch over to it real quick. Thank you guys for being patient with us here. Remember, we are live, so we have lots of live things going on here. Let's see. Let me see. Let me just close this real quick. I'm going to close the screen. Okay, so my next story is going to be about, I don't know if you've heard this story, Michael, about this lady. I'm just going to go to let me just replace it real quick. Here we go. So the lady actually sleeps with one eye open. I'm going to share this story with you. So, Mike, have you heard there's some new surgery that's been going around? I mean, there's always been double eyelid surgery that's been a thing in China, but there's actually have you heard of the fox eye?
I've heard about this. Yes, I've heard about this.
A fox eye surgery. So there's a big trend now where in China they actually want your eyes open wider on the corners, and rounder in the middle to give you a fox look. So if you see her here, she's a famous influencer. Let's see here. She was online because she got surgery, about 3 or 4 surgeries to correct her eyes. You look here at the top, that's her eyelids, the top where they did the surgery, and on the right side. And she basically ended up they messed it up so badly that now she cannot close her eyes and she's left crying. So this woman her name is surname Wang. She drew mainland attention because of her legal disputes with cosmetic clinic in May. In June, she went to Mexiki cosmetic surgery clinic in Suzhou, and which me and Mike have actually been to before, for a double eyelid surgery, and it cost her 12,000 yuan, which is $1,800. And she ended up getting it botched, and now her eyes look like this. Not bad looking, but unfortunately, she can't close her eyes, and she's unable to. She has to now wear drops in her eyes constantly for
we can't see it.
this.
You share your screen?
Oh, you can't see it. I thought you can see it. I'm sorry.
No, you share your screen. We can't see it.
You want me to see it? Thank you. Talking all this time, you can't see my screen.
I was just trying to tell you. Hold on. There you go.
Can you see it now?
There you go. Oh my
God. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, basically she had her eyes, her eyelids opened, like I was saying, on the sides where they kind of open, at an angle, but then they're circular in the middle. So that's a Fox eyelid surgery. It's a new trend that all the TikTokers and kids are doing. Well, Miss Wang, she went to the clinic, got it done for $1,800, which is a bit more in yuan. And unfortunately, she now is able to close her eyes. It's like her third or fourth surgery. She's able to close her eyes, and now she's wear eye drops for the rest of her life to sleep. So, Mike, what do you think about this story? This is her actually before. What do you think about this tragic situation?
I think it's really important that we really evaluate what the standard of beauty is for ourselves, not what trend, but what we personally find beautiful. I think it's fine if you want to improve some things, dip tuck, move things here and there. It's totally fine. But if you think it's a trend because you think it's just gonna, because trends tend to change very fast. So if you mess with things, remember you mess with things close to your eyes and to your eyelids, your brain's really close to that too. Or you mess with things that are close to your chest and your heart's there too, right? So you be very mindful about things we think are not that serious can become very serious if we're not too careful. And your eyes is how you see it. If you lose vision, then you won't be able to see, right? So I think really manage your risk over reward kind of ratio and see what feels best for you both really. If it's trendy, maybe just wait a few months to see if you still feel the same way about it when it's not so popular, and then do it. That's my kind of advice. What do you think, Mark?
I mean, it's been a huge controversy. I know Asian people try to westernize their look and try to kind of, and also I think some of them do. I think most of them do, but there's a small percentage that actually do because they want to be able to see better. So I understand the
see better is different. Having peripheral vision, I understand that too. Yeah.
One thing about that, like I was saying, like pure vanity for a Fox vanity. So to me, I think I understand the anime. That open huge circle. I understand why they want it, but yeah, when it comes to the cost of your health, I'd say weigh the risks and the pros and cons of it. I'd say also make sure you again go to a doctor and talk to your doctor, not the plastic surgeon. Go to your primary doctor and talk to them and see it. Hey, is this a good surgery for me? Do you think if I got done, will it affect me later on? Because think about it, you may want to go in for something temporary that makes your eye look beautiful, and now she can't sleep. She's sleeping with her eyes open. I'm saying like flies probably it's gonna Aeon Flux.
I mean, it is, or it's giving that's all, folks.
Michael Aeon Flux.
That's all, folks. You got careful. That's all, folks. You're not careful. If you're not careful, so I wouldn't say do that. Be careful. Okay. My next story.
Eyes wide open, not shut.
Eyes wide shut. He's getting Fidelio, but opposite. Okay.
Well,
all right. We're going to our next story. So next story. Have you heard about Schumer University?
Fidelio. She was Fidelio. She meant silly. That's silly.
All right. So I'm going to have you heard about Schumer University and the controversies going on with that, bro? Schumer University?
No.
Well, let's talk about.
Kind of. I've heard some things about it.
Yeah.
Schumer University.
So why it ended. So basically, Schumer University ended. Yeah. So basically, there was a big thing controversy with University with this guy named Kai Sinai, who's pretty famous on YouTube. He's like an influencer. He decided to do a university for people to who are not that popular online to create momentum and to create like a following ship and create like a buzz around their brand and who they
A
are by
frenzy.
university to teach people how to do this. So it's not common for products to launch by influencers or streamers. This seems to have happened. Influencer Kai Sinai, he announced the launch of Streamiversity. It seemed like its demise was not long after. So what happened when it seemed to be over before it started. February 2025, Kai released a fantasy-worthy trailer announcing a launch of something called Streamiversity. Yet it was in May 2025. It seemed to have crashed out and declared that it wouldn't be running the program after all. Nearly as soon as Kai started releasing details, program it started complaining either it wasn't picking up the right people or it wasn't transparent with the numbers of complaints. So what ended up happening pretty much was, these people show up in line. It became super busy, and to a point where the line was so humongous that people were like having issues because it was hot outside. There's extreme chaos. There were safety hazards, unmanageable crowds, which led to the event being abruptly canceled. There's also were bomb threats as well, right? So because of this, he decided to cancel it. But another issue was people were saying that people who were in line, they actually they would never stream for multiple years. Like imagine someone saying they want to be a streamer, but they haven't streamed like 10, 20 years. That are basically 0 to 1 followers trying to create a complete buzz out of nothing. So that was another big issue with it. And another one was like just everybody and their mama wanted to be a part of this thing, but it just didn't. So Mark, what do you think about Streamiversity?
Well, I did hear about the story because I was online, and me and Mike are chronically online. And actually, I was on, and I saw I saw Armand Wiggins. He actually tried to apply for it and didn't get a chance. He unfortunately got turned down. But yeah, I think it's a great idea and concept. But I think when it comes to people, you have to vet them. Like, unfortunately, I understand we want everyone to come. Especially when we have events, we want everyone to come. We want to have a good time and enjoy themselves. But I think he actually did post online, try to tell people before they even showed up, hey guys, make sure you stay in line. Don't try to crowd it, or else the event will, the people will actually cancel the event, and then because people didn't pay attention, they end up canceling.
Bum rush inside,
bus rush in. So I think it's important. I think also having the right security for his level of importance. I think you have to have a bit more of security, and also you have to kind of have a bit more of a screening of people, because you're right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think everyone, if you want to stream, I think anyone has a platform to stream. I think you should do it. However, I think when it comes to if you're just picking it up for the first day and you're trying to go to the go to that event, I think you should prove it first. Prove that you've been streaming for a bit or something.
I believe the other way out more. I think what will prevent all this. You should do an online lottery system first. Do online like people like do like a pool of people, and then whoever gets tickets, that people get tickets are allowed to go to the university, right? Whereas that way you screen before you get there. So like what I saw online were like, I'm jogging from California, or jogging from middle of nowhere, jogging this many hours to wait in line, this big huge line, and I'm not going, because of course they're not going to want to leave because they're in line for so long. Like if you do an online lottery, you have tickets that that okay, you're going to be here, get in line, then for a fact they're there, they're not going to be seen, and then that way you don't have to worry about fake bomb threats and all this weird stuff. You don't worry about any of those things because I think people get mad because they can't get in. That's why they start doing crazy stuff like that. That's right.
I agree.
All that, right?
What you could do is you can have a rotating group too as well, right? Have some people come in at certain hours and the next group rotating, and everyone gets a chance.
Kind of like how Baddies does it, which I don't. That was okay, but Baddies, they have like different. You see, they have free. They have the groups you meet before you actually meet the actual cast, right? Right, so it makes a little more sense.
That's funny.
Okay, you go, bro.
Good job, Mikey. Yeah. No, but I definitely agree with Michael. When Michael's saying, I think they should have vetted that. So, yeah. But okay. So now my next story is, let's see, we're gonna go to. Let me share it with you. I don't know if you heard this, but just as a note, Walt Disney has been shutting down some rides. Some rides shut down because of heat. Yeah. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see
Can
it.
you see
We
my
got
screen,
it.
Michael?
I see it.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, so this
Can you hear
closes
me?
the doors.
Okay.
Yeah, closed their doors in Paris because of. Yeah, I hear you. Disney closed its doors amidst a brutal heat wave. Apparently, it's one of the hottest heat waves that's happened in Paris recently. So they've shut down the Seine-et-Marne prefecture estate in order to Paris just because they didn't want people to get hurt or affected by it. So they ended up shutting it down. I know many. There's also been some controversy because there are some riots in Florida too, and in California. They've actually. I know in California they've changed Indiana Jones Simple Peril and Dumbo ride to open up to a mainland park, Disneyland Park, a Cards road trip area. So if you've ever been to California Adventure, they have a huge area where now they're making it for the Cars movie. So just to let you guys know. So, Mike, let me ask you: have you ever been to a music park where, unfortunately, they had some issues where you couldn't go to a ride you wanted to go to, and how did that affect you specifically?
Well, I kind of feel like if it's one ride or two rides, I think that's okay. But if you have like more, like if it's more 3 rides or more, you usually compensate people because I feel like people come to find those rides, right? I kind of feel like also like you gotta really watch the companies that actually you use to maintenance your rides and stuff. I feel like what are they using the WB Warner Brothers like Acme company to fix it. I feel like you have that much money going through to good company that people should be maintaining that thing every day or checking it at least. Like I think so many safety checks happen that you have to have a sense of knowing that it's coming to a time where it needs to be fixed or replaced or revamped in some sort of way, right? That's my
Yeah, my only concern, I agree with you, Michael. My only concern with this is that you're right. It's the summertime. This is like the height of when people want to go in. So I get you on the maintenance, but you should be doing that on off seasons, doing this in the off season, right? And also, if you guys don't know, me and Mike, when we were younger, we were huge park purveyors. We used to always go to. Yeah, we used to always go to. If you guys shout out to Virginia, we used to go to Disneyland. I mean, Busch Gardens, Kings Dominion, rides. We used to, yeah, it's fun. It's all fun. So yeah, we love roller coasters, but yeah, I think it's important that you make sure that you understand your clientele and also understand that the summertime is when people are off school and they want to, or off work and they want to have a good time and enjoy themselves. So I'd say make sure you have that all done beforehand.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So my next story is have you heard about the this controversy with Levi's and Heinz ketchup in the World Cup and all this stuff? Have you heard about this, Mark?
No.
So, wait till you hear this. You'll laugh. I think you'll find it absolutely hilarious. I mean, we pull it up for you. Pull it up. Find it. Here we go. I'll show you now. You see. So yes. So basically what's happening is because of FIFA is being really it's huge right now and all these companies coming in, but I'll read it for you so you understand what's happening. Basically what's happening with FIFA and the World Cup is I think the World Cup it was being held in Levi's Stadium, which is in the San Francisco Bay Area, I believe. And what happens is they actually cover up the logo. So basically, if you look at the sign, it's just one big, huge sign that's blotted out, which is just with like they've covered with white sheet, cover up the Levi's logo completely. And it just says stadium on it, right? And people are noticing that. Okay, well, that's one thing. But then when you go inside the stadium, say you want some Heinz ketchup, you want some, you're buying some food from the vendors and everything, and it's literally blocked out black tape. The logo for Heinz ketchup is blocked out. So the bottles to the big, huge bottles, everything's all blocked out. And now this week they have an issue where now the employees, if they're wearing Nike shoes, they give them black tape to cover up the logo of the Nike shoes because they don't want pan into the stadium or into they don't want because they're not being sponsored by Nike, they're not being sponsored by Heinz, they're not being sponsored by Levi's. They don't want right? So what Levi's was doing was really smart. What Levi's has been doing is they've actually had a huge truck with a huge LED billboard on both sides of it. They basically showing the block signs, say nothing to see here, Levi's, right? Because it just shows the blocks. Basically, they're promoting their brand because they're not able to do that, right? Or what Heinz doing, they actually made ads of their ketchup bottle with it being blocked out with the ketchup must be, so it's Heinz, right? So it's actually creating more of a buzz for this, Mark. So what do you think about being realistic when it comes to you're using a brand's stadium, using a brand's materials, but you're not going to let the brand show up on the commercial. What do you think about this, Mark? What do you think about this?
Well, I can understand on one side because they're wanting money, right? Because if you see a brand on TV, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a demographic where people want to buy and purchase what you see, right? That's a large demographic, so I understand that part of it. However, let's not be ridiculous. Like I think you're being a bit ridiculous if you're there. I mean, it's kind of known that everyone's gonna wear all kinds of shoes. So, I guess my question next is going to be, what happens if you come in with some New Balances or some
Right.
like what I'm saying, or some like Puma shoes? So you may have people put tape on all those other shoes. That makes no sense, and I think it's also too cost effective and too tedious for a consumer to do that. So I think to me, we gotta be more conscious of that.
Also, I think what about this? What if you pan into the stadium and you see a picture of a patron walking around, and they have like Prada or whatever brand of clothing that has all, or you make them like walk away,
Right.
or it's not realistic. I think it's realistic to do that. It's not realistic.
Or y'all make them strip?
You're butt naked. FIFA.
There's not a team that's not FIFA. There's not a team that's not.
I think it could be.
No. I mean, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not because it's
exactly. So, are you for this behavior? Or you think no? It actually shouldn't be like that.
I think it's doing too much. To be honest, it's a bit too much.
You're in the stadium. You're in the stadium of that company. It's one thing. It was like, it's like I understand the catch up and stuff, but the stadium itself, come on, like you can't. They're in a way you're in the stadium, so you're using the stadium. Give them sponsor. Let them sponsor. Let them like. Who cares at that point? I mean, how much money does FIFA make? Do we even know how much money FIFA makes? We should have that number. I bet it's ridiculous.
I'm sure we can find it.
I bet you it's a lot of money. I bet you it's a whole bunch of money.
How much FIFA? How much
is FIFA make for World Cup?
FIFA make
World Cup.
Because it's still going. It goes to the end of the month. I mean, it goes next month. In the next month,
yeah. Because Mexico, Canada, and US are sponsoring it. That's why.
They make from 2026. It says for this tournament, they're going to make $8.9 billion.
With a B.
$billion. B.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
So what is a couple $100 million?
I agree. That's wild and crazy.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's a drop in the bucket for them.
I see our editor's back, which was great. Welcome back, Lee. We're happy you're back. Yay.
Yeah. So okay. Cool. So we'll go to the next. On to the next. Hold on that. Oh, we can't. Hold on. Can't say that name. Let's go to.
I think you said.
I did not. Okay. Here's another one. Okay. So yeah, this is a cool one. I want to go over with you, Michael. So how do you feel about the Grammys? Like, Michael, do you watch the Grammys yourself?
Do you mean the scan? Okay. I think they're okay. I don't think it. I honestly, I don't think it's a good gauge for what's really good. I think it used to be back in the day. I don't think now it's.
So what do you think about this diversity? What do you think about the diversity of it all?
You mean the lack of diversity? You mean lack of it? What do you mean? Or too much?
Well, you answered it, girl.
I mean,
no, you answered it. So the good news is actually there are actually 5 new categories, more rules, and new artists are eligible for more categories as well too. So I did a quick little breakdown of this where I studied it. We're basically going to have more categories when it comes to K-pop, C-pop, J-pop. There's also going to be a category for the newer. I'm going to go over some of the categories. One is going to be for a rap duo or group. It's going to be a new category, and also for folk music, there's a new folk.
Oh wow!
Folk category too as well added to this. So yes, like I said, there's Asian best Asian category performance. Folk, yeah. You might look like poor folks. And there's best Latin song new category. Here's best R&B collaboration duo, like I was saying to you, or group. And they're going to have best traditional pop vocal performance, best traditional folk. So that's it. So and then So what do you think about this? About the Billboard's new categories? Do you think it's going to be a better better for the artists that are coming out?
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm confused. We're talking about Grammys, not about Billboards. Are the same, or or is just different? I'm confused because I saw Grammys or that's all.
No, Billboard's we're talking about the Grammys.
Oh, okay.
Billboard's talking about the Grammys.
Oh, okay, I got you. Billboard, got you. Sorry, I just wanted to understand. So yeah, so I think it's great. So that if C-pop, J-pop, and they have their own category, is perfect because they don't blend the other groups. I feel like the issue we're having is like when it comes to like black artists, it's always like one black person for the whole entire genre of any music that might touch black, but black influences all other like rock and roll, everything else, period too, right? So I think it's great that there's new categories. It means we have new winners, which I always find that to be interesting. I can't wait to see how this would happen with J-pop K-pop because there's so many groups out there. So I mean, I'm assuming they just mean the ones that are most popular to the United States and not the ones that are out because they had to go to ones in Korea or Japan or China. There's so many groups. It'd be forever for them, which I would love to see. I would love to see that. Now I would love to see for sure. I think it's amazing. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So actually, yeah. If you guys don't know me, Mike, we're huge K-pop, J-pop, C-pop people, city pop people. We love their music. So, and I just ironically, I just watched this documentary on how R&B came to China. I mean, to Japan. It's so good. It's about Verbal, Double, all the people we listen to, like Hiromi, Utada. It's all so yeah. We'll have to talk about it one day on the show. But yeah, I just say that I think it's great. I think it's important because especially as a new artist, it gives you more opportunities to win an award. And also, I think because there are so many heavy hitters in one category, a lot of times you don't get enough your recognition. So I think it's great.
So you think we should do a deep dive on? I think maybe it'd be cool. Me, you did deep dive on R&B and rap in China, Japan, and Korea. It'd be the bomb. But you could do. I think we could do a combo.
I would love that. Like. But I'm gonna give you one example. Because I didn't know this. I mean, Mike, we listened to R&B, J-pop for a while, for a long time. But Mike, do you remember the group? It's called Double. They were very famous.
Yeah,
they're famous. But I didn't know Double actually was a sister group. It was two sisters, and they were from the States, and they came. I think they traveled back and forth from States and here. But unfortunately, one of the sisters passed away. But she kept the name and kept going.
That's so cool.
So it's Double.
That's cool. Yeah. So I'll get to my last story. I have one more left. Do you have one more left after this, or you're done? You're done.
I think I have one more left.
Yeah. So this is my last one. It's about Tyra Banks. So you guys know what's going on with Tyra Banks and Netflix? She is suing the brakes off Netflix. If you know that why. So Tyra Banks is suing Netflix because of documentary reality check inside America's Next Top Model for defamation. She alleges that over 3.5 hours of her interview was chopped down to 16 minutes and deceptively edited to push a false narrative that she could cover up a contestant's essaying on camera, which is Sandy. We know about that, right? She claims it's editing. She's paid as the villain. She says it was made to look like she avoided questions. Okay, my opinion, I feel like
Oh, Tyra.
I'm be honest with you. I'm seeing my honesty. I have a mixed bag. I'm making finish this is my story. My story first. It's a mixed bag because I'll tell you why. Because I feel like they interviewed a lot of people who were against Tyra. They didn't interview who were for her, like Takara, Eva, people like Yaya DaCosta. These people were really good who actually succeeded and became really famous. I feel like it should have been more balanced, but also it's not fair because I will say this. Yeah, Tyler's a little bit of blame, but what about Ken Mock, the guy the other producer? What about the judges? They took off scot free. Like, I don't care what you think, what people say. To me, this is my thing. If whether Tyler's there or not, if I was in charge of the girls and I'm in the building with the girls and I know that something like that's happening, I'm shutting things down completely. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, blah blah, go hang out with them and do this, and like, what Tyler said we should do it, so I just went with it. It's like you're equally culpable of. It's like a drug bust. And everybody, or we know if everybody gets caught down, if you're all in it, you're all collusion. You're all collusion, right? So I feel like to a point of, I do agree Tyra does deserve a lot of the blame, but I also think that everyone else does too. You cannot sit there and I love me the Jays. I love everyone and everyone else here, and Nigel Barker and all of them, love them too. But let's be real though, like you sat there when other girl was like, this guy's touching me, and you did nothing. She said, so go get to the photographer like 4 times, saw him, this guy's touching me, and he did not stop. He did not do anything at all here. So you're equally blamed for all that too. So he's like, yes, he does deserve it, but y'all, come on, y'all, come on now, you got to stop. Okay, you're going on. And
I just want to say this. You know, she didn't want this. You guys wanted this.
Oh, Mark, stop.
She said you guys asked for it. She gave you what you asked for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Tyra said.
Mark. But real talk though.
Smiles. No.
No, but real talk though. Okay.
No, really. But honestly, like no, of course I agree with you. I agree. I think honestly, like I think you got to take accountability. It's getting ridiculous. Like honestly,
like Mark, imagine I tell you
whose fault is it now?
Yeah, is that I'm
gonna
tell y'all if Tyra's one of the reasons for sure, but then say you're a manager, I'm like Mark, tell the girls to go get ice cream, grab the ice cream, put it up your butt, and you do it like and you get mad. You say no, I'm not doing this either. I'm not doing this either.
Shoot.
Like there's no real accountability. I feel like across the board. This needs to be clearly across the board.
Now you have Tasty Freeze up your bum.
You got bomb pop up your.
You use that sound.
I know. Yeah.
No,
of course, pop. Push pop up. Yeah. Okay. Just saying. Don't do it.
Just see them slide through.
Honestly, I feel like, and also I think the models can take accountability too. I get it, and the parents of the models.
Yeah.
Because he's like, if I'm your parent, and
they do.
I'm gonna let some certain things go or slide. Period.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you on
that.
Like
I see them saying, well, where the parents at?
That's true.
Okay.
Where them girls at?
All right.
Okay, so the last. Okay, let me see the last story here. Okay. So my last one is I'll let you hear this doozy of a story. Okay. So Mike, you know how the IRS be getting on people and how like people get in trouble. They try to defraud different social institutions within this just in the U.S. Well, Mike, have you ever heard of a nurse owing $1 billion to the U.S.? So yeah, there's federal charges for a clinic nurse. Yes, there's a feds charge a clinic nurse with nearly $1 billion in fraud and medical claims tied to a Houston suburb. So apparently this lady, she was a skin doctor. Basically, she helped to charge people for bogus like skin grafts that they didn't need and things like that. And she also did some other things. Yeah. She actually ran 2 clinics outside of Texas. Well, she basically got accused of fraud because she took all the money. She got her own. She basically got her own Ferrari. Got her own. She actually put me this. She took the money she stole out from clients. Had over $1 billion. 16 million in kickbacks from autograph distributors, right? She went over to the Philippines, created her own. She had a bigger estate, bigger than Mar-a-Lago. She had a huge estate. She actually purchased, where it's like a resort and spa there. She made for herself, and then obviously the government came back, caught her. But they actually found out that she actually defrauded large-scale Medicare people, where even the deceased, she actually ended up charging people who actually weren't living anymore as well for medical bills that they didn't even owe. So as far as regards to graphing and X-rays. So Michael, what do you think about this crazy story about this lady and this nurse? What do you think? Do you think she'll be? What do you think should happen to her?
I think she had the book thrown at her for sure. I feel like that's ridiculous. Like you really. She went all out of her way just to make money. And I feel like, and like you see the desperation and what the dead people were dead or were ungone or gone and all that stuff. I feel like there's so much abuse and so much taken advantage of in this story that I think that she should get the full penalty of whatever it is. Period. Like that's ridiculous. You took advantage of people who came to you for help for their issues and you exploited them for money. So. I feel like across the board in general, you get and just anybody in general, you exploit people for and you use your platform to and influence to do something like that, you need to be put under the jail. That's how I feel. That's it. That's all I say.
No, I totally agree with you. I think to me, I wish I had a picture. I would have showed you her estate in Philippines. It's so it's so elaborate and so luscious. It's like crazy. Like, and you think I guess my question is like, how do you think you're not going to get caught? Like if you're going to do something, okay, I'm not saying don't do things illegal. Don't do anything illegal. But if you're going to do, you're going to make it that grand year and that like,
yeah, it's weird.
just that out in the open, people where people can see it. That's so crazy to me. But yeah, I hope she gets her. I hope she gets everything she deserves, and I think there's a special place in hell for that. Because honestly, for you to charge people who are not alive anymore and people who actually, you know what I'm saying, and do things like that, that's not cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry it happened to her. So yeah, I think tonight we're gonna go about the fun stuff. We'll do that another time. I feel like we can do another show. We're just gonna wrap up our show for tonight. I want to thank Mark, my brother, and also say thank you guys for watching our show so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. It's the most easiest, free way you can to give back to us, and we appreciate that so much. You guys have a great night, and thank you for joining Luxurious Lounge. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Carboy out.